Hello. I'm early. I'm early. I'm early. I had the shade open and I was totally drowned out. So I wanted to see if you guys could see me. So I'm early. So I do see that there is a super chat already. My lovely friends, I'm gonna respond to that super chat really quick. And then I'm going to keep my promise and open up my gift from Summer Sparkles because there's a gift for poop in it. That's the point of this. I'm going to open these and then I'm going to come right back. I mean, I'm not leaving, but as soon as I get done opening this stuff, like if you've been here with me for a while, like that OG stuff, we open up presents on here. Oh, happy Labor Day. By the way, I just realized that. Happy Labor Day. Yeah, so I'm going to answer this one super chat really quick. I'm going to open up the gifts from Summer. And then I'll pop back and get back to answering whatever it is you want to talk about, right? Manifestation-wise. How was everyone on this fabulous day? I feel like I started blah, 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 blah. Yes, I'm a little early, so some people might be joining us late, but I guess early birds do get the worm, right? Okay, so let me answer this one really quick, and then I'm going to hop into Summer's gift. Okay. From Monica. Is it Miskova? Monica Miskova. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. I tell myself that I am a new version of me that has everything. But in 3D reality, I am not doing anything new. I feel like I should be doing something different in 3D. Be new self. Any advice, please? And that is an excellent question, Monica. Excellent. I do believe that probably everyone feels this way at some point, especially once you start stepping into new self, embodiment, right? So we can call it embodiment, embodying the state, or embodiment of just new self. And, I decide to be new self for a reason, because we are humans and we have days where we don't feel like new self. We don't feel like it. We feel quite the opposite. We have those days. And on those days, that's the day you want to return to your decision. And maybe sometimes that's all you can do is just return to the decision, because maybe something's going on in the 3D. Maybe we're in the midst of reacting to something, and that is okay. Okay. So once you start that, right? Because most of us on this journey, and I'm assuming, Monica, maybe this is the same for you, that we start this journey normally A, in a victim state, and then B, depending on, the where we are and who we start watching, we tend to do a lot of techniques. Some of us even tried them all. Whether it was law of attraction, then I found law of assumption, right? I tried them all. And some people, you're in the same shoes. You've done everything. So you've stepped into this self, or I'm going to say a new habit as well, right? Either or. You step into that new habit of constantly doing manifestation techniques, constantly doing them. Like, I will own up to you. I have shared, and this is, again, a reminder of why I do not delete my videos. My videos stay up. Even if in old videos, maybe I'm saying, well, this is how to manifest, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I don't agree with that, even at this point. I will not take those down, because that's the proof of my evolvement for you all to see, right? So, and to show that people change. People can change their opinions, their minds. People grow. And on this particular journey, this evolvement, when really, what it is, it's identifying new self. It's realizing that you're it. That journey, that's what I'm referring to, is realizing, holy shit, it's just consciousness. That's all this is consciousness, or God, or universe, whatever you prefer to call it. So a lot of us start this journey. Oh, I was about to confess. Okay, so when I really started dabbling in with the Neville Goddard law of assumption side of the house, and I was into scripting, bearing in mind, this is long before I understood states of consciousness. I spent like all of my time doing manifestation techniques. Now, my technique of choice was scripting. I still love scripting. So this is not me taking a poo-poo on scripting. It's not. But scripting all damn day long, no. I would never want to do that again. But I was back then. I mean, I would be sneaking in my scripting journals into work. And as soon as bosses were not around, I was scripting. And luckily, my job included me walking around with a clipboard checking things. Yeah, I was an auditor. So I had a reason to have papers around me. So underneath my stack of papers was single page script and pages that I could like stuff away once I got out of work. So I was scripting all the time. It's all I did. So it felt like my all day long was scripting affirmations or scripting a mind dump of what I wanted to manifest. It was never who I believed I was. It was what I wanted to manifest. You see what I'm saying? So I had the habit of doing constant techniques, even though my technique kind of was just the scripting. But when you grow to the place, and I'm calling it grow, when you evolve and grow to the place of realizing it's really just a mental decision to step into new self, number one, and granted, this includes embodying the state. I just want to say that because they're kind of the same exact thing. When you adopt this as your technique, in a sense, right? It's not really a technique when you are just identifying who you are, right? Well, it is normal to fall right back out of that decision. So it's normal to decide to be new self or embody the state of new self, the self that has the manifestation. When we are in the beginnings of it, we fall back out. We fall back out, we fall back to new self. And when we are in the midst of that, one of the first thing that pops into our minds is, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I feel like this is not enough. I feel like I should be doing other things. I feel like I should be affirming a lot more than I am, or whatever, visualizing, or back to scripting. I feel like I should be doing that. I feel like I should be listening to some night tapes, the night meditations. Just making this decision does not make me feel safe that this is working. And I 100% understand and relate to that. So I can tell you that I didn't really have those moments from, I'm gonna be mostly, oh my God, can I talk? Mostly referring back to my September, because that is when I adopted this. I'm just making the decision. And that I have shared, that kind of came out of anger. But I didn't really have the experience of, should I be doing more per se? Maybe the fearful thought came in, but it was like once or twice. And it was because of my stubborn side. So granted, I get it. Not everybody can just stand in it. Some people waver. But my stubborn side of my personality was, no, I am not doing anything else. This is all I'm doing. And I'm going to demand that it's going to work, right? So I get it. Not everybody feels that way. Everybody else might be in a place of dipping their toes in, which totally understand. So what I want to tell you is, if you legitimately feel like you're not doing enough, well, that's a belief now, isn't it? And if you got that belief, 3D is going to validate that belief, right? But if you have the brazen impudence to decide, no, this is enough, because it's really what I've been doing my whole entire life. Every one of us has been our entire life just knowing who we are. It's our conditioning. You see what I'm saying? All we're doing differently is saying, yeah, no, I'm not that person anymore. This is who I am. I'm the me that doesn't have limiting beliefs. That's who I am, or whatever it is you're manifesting, right? It's not really doing anything different. So when those thoughts come up, it's a choice. It's your choice what you do in that moment. Number one, we don't want to fall back into the habit of fighting off thoughts, battling thoughts. We don't want to do that. But we want to decide that either this is enough, or in that moment, if you know, just in that one little moment, it would bring you peace to say some affirmations just to soothe the anxiety or the nerves in this moment, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. This is a free world, right? This is your reality. You can do what you want. And if it feels good to do it, do it. Do it. So if the thought is, I'm afraid I'm not doing enough, and now I'm afraid I'm not going to manifest, in those moments, you really want to ask yourself, am I having more and more doubtful thoughts about my manifestation? Am I really afraid that I'm not going to manifest this? You want to address the why we are thinking that. Because it's never the technique that's the problem. It's never the technique. It's what belief is popping up that's making me feel like I need to question my technique. Okay? So, Monica, I feel like I should be doing something different. If you started this journey doing shit all day long like I was, it is normal. That is a normal thought to have. And I do want you to know from experience, from my living for real experience, okay? For real. As in, I don't know what you're manifesting. I get mostly asked about specific person, but mine is right on the other side of that window, painting a piece of furniture for me. So I'm telling you from personal experience, that's all I did. That's all I do now, is I make a decision of who I am, despite what my 3D shows me. Now, in September, was I loving my 3D life? No. September sucked. And it was a year ago. It's a year, okay? A year ago, I was in the midst of the worst, what I felt, state ever. A year later, did I think I'd be living life the way I am right now? No. I was in the thick of it, just like everybody else has their moments where their 3D sucks and the state you're embodying sucks. Who I believed I was, state, right? The state I was in sucked. It sucked. I had doubtful thoughts. We all get doubtful thoughts. I've learned through this journey that I don't have to be afraid of thoughts anymore. I don't have to be afraid of things manifesting that I don't want to manifest. I don't have to be afraid anymore. This 3D is a dead world. It is the dead world of the old me. And right now, as I am making that decision, obviously I'm talking for all of us, right? As we are making that decision of who we are, this 3D world around us is in the midst of change. Even if it looks stagnant and unmoving, it is changing. It's always changing, and it's always changing based on who we believe we are. Period. Mic drop. So yes, it is enough. You can soothe yourself with the knowing that it's enough. But again, there is never anything wrong with you deciding to do a little extra technique if it's going to make you feel better in the moment. Why walk around worrying and doubting when you can simply just say a couple of affirmations if that was your technique of choice, because I don't know what your technique of choice was. And as far as scripting goes, I still script. Now, back in the day when scripting was my go-to technique, I was scripting every day. I do not script every day. I script maybe once a month. I don't have the time to do it as often as I used to, nor do I want to. Even though I still love my paper products. You can see one of my journals sitting here, or my agendas. I love my paper products and my pens, but I don't want to script every day. No. That feels like work now. See what I'm saying? I don't do anything that feels like work, manifestation-wise. I don't. Because we have been manifesting our entire existence. And as you evolve into the knowingness or the awareness of who you really are, as in consciousness, pure, unadulterated consciousness, or God, universe, higher power, source energy, whatever you believe in, fucking moonbeams. When you get to that awareness, you're not gonna feel like doing shit. You're going to want to just make a decision, stand in your decision, and move about this 3D. and exist with joy and happiness and the occasional human moment and still know that you're going to get what you want. So that's how I live my life now. So yes, it's enough. It is enough, Monica. Okay? Rest assured, it is enough. Now, to any of you guys just showing up, if you did not rewind and watch from the beginning, let me really quickly tell you. I said I was going to answer that one question for Monica. Don't worry, I'm going to answer more. I'm going to open Summer's gift to me and Poop, as I promised that I would. And then I'm going to hop back over and get into these. So let's see here. Okay. So I already cut the box open. I did not cheat. Okay. Poop is in the room with me. I think she must have the knowingness that something's in here for her. And Summer sent us a card. I will open that privately just in case. And oh my God, I see right off the top. Poop's gonna love every second of this. This is Poop's first gift. I hope she does not knock over my camera because she is way too excited. Hold on. Hold on. Summer has rules. I have to remove every single tag possible. Do you see this? She is trying to grab that from me. Just a minute, please. Oop. Okay, hold on. Oh, I wish you could see her. She's biting at it and getting annoyed with me. Hold on. I'm almost done. Okay. I think. See, it's her. They want to see you get it. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Further gifts from Poop will also be shown on camera. Okay. I see the big one and I am saving it for last. Ooh, Summer. Leash and Load beef superfood jerky bars. Oh my God. How did you know that we just ran out of dog treats? Love it. Thank you very much. I'm sure Poop. Right now she's busy with her whale. Summer's wrapping ability is off the chain. Okay, I think she's a professional gift giver. I'm pretty sure she is. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. She's gonna knock shit over. Are you so happy? I just spit out my gum. What's that? She's looking around the room for that squeak. It was her own toy. What is it? Are you so happy? Oh, she's just standing there with a whale in her mouth, staring at me, wagging her tail. Can you hear that quacking? That's her. Oh, we got some liquid beauty blender cleanser. Thank you. Is this to clean your brushes and your beauty blender? That is cool as hell. Liquid brush cleaner. Lord knows my brushes need to be cleaned. Okay. And some Bare Minerals. Let's see. Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. And Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. Yes, please. Yes. What are you looking at me for? Presents for me too, you know. They're not all about you, Poop. She's staring at me like, what's next? What is this? This is, you know I can't read it. Mineral bath. Ooh. Gotta smell that. This smells fabulous. Oh my God. I've never even heard of this brand before. Thank you very much. I can tell you it smells good. A Clinique Smart Clinical MD Multi-Dimensional Age Transforming Duo. Thank you. And MAC Prep and Prime Fix and Setting Spray. Thank you. Jesus, Summer. Let me put these back up because I don't want her to. Okay. Ooh. And what is going on? Hold on. Hold on. Why? What? What's the problem? Blue? Blue? I don't know what you're asking me, Blue. I didn't intend to send it, and it was an accidental one. Can I not get refunded? I refunded for what, Blue? A super chat? Is that what you're talking about? You talking about a super chat? Can somebody tell me? You talking about a super chat? Listen, if you purchase anything from YouTube, like including channel memberships or super chat, anything like that is completely and utterly attached to YouTube. So if you get into a super chat, if you get into the channel memberships, they are handled, okay? They are handled by YouTube only, not creators. So it's not just me saying, hell no, I'm not helping you. I don't mean it like that. No creator on this platform controls the super chats or channel memberships, okay? So, and to be honest, at this point, I don't see one from you. I don't see one on my end. So it might not have gone through. And if it did go through, it would be up already. So maybe it didn't. And check what do you call it? Whatever money source you were using. Check to see if anything went through. I don't know what phone you're using, but Apple's, you gotta hop through hoops through Apple to even send a super chat. So I'm not sure what you're using. But if it was something like on my end that I could do, yes, I would give you your refund. Ooh. Go Works. My God, what is this? Look at this sexiest bracelet, I believe. I'm going to have to figure out how to... Summer's going to have to tell me how to get this. Oh, I got it. Look at that. Oh, sorry, I'm busy being sexy. Thank you. Love it. Summer, my God. Summer does way too much. Way too much. Milky dress, what? Black luster mask. New ideal, black mud mask, drawing out skin impurities without water. Thank you. I'm really starting to get into those masks too, by the way, because you sent me other ones. How do I, hold on. Damn, ooh. Look at this. And look at that. It's magnetic. Oh, it is magnetic. I've never heard of such a thing. Oh, you know I'm doing this tonight. Thank you very much, Summer. I am so doing this tonight. And I will be taking a video of it so we can watch it suck the stuff out of me. Okay. Unless you find that gross. I don't find that gross. Oh, my, Jesus. Summer. And of course, it's got stuff in it. Holy crap. Look at all this. Brightening glycolic night cream. 10,000 lotions, I believe, yeah. 10,000 different lotions. Shea butter. Oh my my God. Moringa, avocado. Oh my Lord. Good Lord, Summer. Mac. I can't read. Looks like a brush of some kind. What is this? Wait a minute. It is a lot. It's eyeliner. The duo liner. Good Lord. I'm like a child when I get gifts. Wait a minute. Is this mascara? Oh my God. Yes. Good Lord, Summer. If y'all didn't know, I love MAC. MAC and Morphe are my favorites. Jenny, more mascara. Thank you very much. From Kiss. We like Kiss. Tom Ford. Tom friggin' Ford. Oh my God. It even smells expensive. Damn. More Tom Ford. I'm sweating. My God. I'm on fire. It's like 90 here. I'm exaggerating. It's 80 something. Tom Ford lipstick. Ooh, I dropped something. MAC lip gloss. You know what's funny is the title of this live stream is, good Lord, manifestation, and people join in and be like, what is she doing with all this presents? I'm on fire. And the fan's on. Ooh, that's pretty. Jesus, Summer. Glam Glow. Hello. Look at it all. Fab Pharma. Rescue Mask. Jesus, Summer. And some, what is this? Other than a fan. Orchid Smoky Under Clear Eye Patch. For my friggin' old lady eyes. Love it. Oh my God. No, no. There's no. Another one with stuff in it. Good God, Summer. Oh my God. Origins. Dr. Anderwheel Origins. Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience. Multi-powdered youth serum. We all know I need that. Thank you. Good gosh. Whew. All these friggin' skin treatments. Oops. Okay. Holy moly. Glow and other washes and a little brush that I just dropped and I need to get. My God, Summer. Hold on here. I got to keep some of this. Let me pack some of this up so when Poop comes back over, she doesn't grab it. Okay. She's already back over here. Let's give Poop her second one. Look. Hold on. She's going to knock this over. Hold on. I got to get everything off of it first. Oh my God. Look at this thing. She's so excited. You can't have it yet. Oh, hold on, Poop. We gotta get all the little taggy tag thingies. Okay. What's this? What's this? That's gone. Oh my God, Summer. I feel like you guys are just sitting in the living room with me. Like you're over for cocktails. Okay, one more. Good God. One more. Jesus, Summer. What is this? Dog person stickers. Yes. Hold on, let me show you. Very cute. Ooh, what's this? A Sephora card holder. Isn't that cute? Listen, don't be breaking stuff. She's whipping that thing around. And a little New York notebook. Gee, my God, Summer. Thank you very much, first of all. Can I just say this is not the first time Summer has sent me things. Summer spoils me and Poop. Big too, or Poop and I. Big time. My boyfriend refers to it as Christmas time with Summer. When stuff comes from Summer. Girl, do I have everything? Okay. We're going to be using that as a fan. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. That's not enough. I really appreciate you. I love you. Poop loves you. I don't know what else to say. You have always been very, very kind, loving, definitely supportive to me, and definitely Poops. I appreciate you big time. You don't have to send me stuff. You don't have to send anything. I love you regardless. So thank you very much. Put a tissue on that magnet before using. I will. It's hot as fucking dick here in New York. Thank you, Brittany, for backing me up. I am sweating something fierce. I'm not going to lie to you. When I picked up the brush, I was jabbing myself. All right. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Follow up. Thank you for being so accommodating, Auntie. That was supposed to be my first super chat gone horribly wrong. Don't worry about it, Blue. Do not worry about it. I totally understand. I totally get it. I'm putting my gum back in. I wish I had a little bit more control on this. We could manifest it. Control on my end, especially like with the super chats, or to be honest, especially with the membership super chats, since once they're gone for me, they're gone. September. Summer sends them to me, which I friggin' appreciate, after the fact, and that's helpful. But there should be a way for me to have them on my end at my disposal like the other super chats are, but I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they would set it up like that. It makes no sense. But anyway, okay. I love gum, if you didn't know that, okay? I have my piece of gum. Now I'm going to get back to answering questions that anybody joining, not understanding that this was to open up Summer's gift to us purpose of this live, because I'm keeping my word. Now I'm going to go back to manifestation stuff. All right. One moment. Let me grab some of these channel membership ones while I'm here before I lose them, and then I'll go back to the super chats, the other super chats. So the first one I see on my end Now, granted, I was distracted with opening up my Christmas gifts over here. So if this isn't the first member super chat, I don't have access to it. Okay, so I'm starting with the first one I see on my end. Chloe, member for 7 months. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Trying to remember I'm new self. However, SP is leaving for 3 weeks for vacation, and I've wanted to see him, but he said he'll try to make time. He works most days and just said he's seeing an old friend today. How to feel better? See me. Okay. First of all, I'm curious if, as I'm cleaning up, I'm curious, Chloe, do you have, or did you have, with old self, a belief of not being a priority or not feeling good enough? Because in my experience now working with people, I do wholeheartedly believe not a priority and not good enough. I'm sorry, not a priority and not chosen is connected to not good enough. So Chloe, I'm interested to know if that is the case. If you had in your old self that limited belief, not feeling good enough, that could push out into things in the 3D, helping validate that not good enough, AKA not a priority. Because it sounds like, because it would have bugged me, let's just keep it real, it would have bugged me that he chose to go see a friend over self, over myself, right? That would have hurt my feelings, being a 3D human in that moment, right? So if that's the case, you can see that, yes, I had a huge problem with not a priority in relationships. Okay, so there's the validation of it in your 3D right now. Is that something to panic over? Never, never. Now we're going to put the focus on who we want to be, which is to be the number one priority to a specific person, right? I am their number one priority. I am everyone's number one priority in my own reality. So you're going to return to that decision in this moment. It's not about trying to just be okay with what you're seeing in your 3D, right? We don't have to pretend that things don't bother us in the moment that we're experiencing them. And I want you to comfortably know I don't do that. If something bothers me in any subject area, if it bothers me, I allow myself to have that moment, right? I'm still having a human experience, and so are all of you. So I also feel like work for him is way more important. It happened to my old SP2. That every single ounce of that is connected to that not good enough. All of it is. There's my watch. I didn't get that. So we're not going to look at it like, oh my God, that belief is still prevalent. Oh my God, I still have that shitty limiting belief. No, we are choosing differently. Who cares what we see in the 3D? We know that will change. So return to your decision to be new self, period. Every single one of us along this, journey of self, we all get into that old place, or I look at it truly as the old habit from our conditioning to look at our 3D. I mentioned this in the live stream I talked about the other day, and it was in the video I just put up yesterday, that we all get into that placement. And again, it's only because, to anybody just joining, we just opened up gifts from Summer, and there will be background squeaking noises because my dog is going to town on this snake toy that is full of squeezies. She is going to town, so we're going to hear squeaks. Just giving you that warning. Anyway, and I'm not making her be quiet. She is enjoying herself. So, all right, we all have that original conditioning of looking at our 3D and interpreting it logically, literally, right? We're all conditioned to do that. But now that we are in the awareness of knowing that we are more than just basic bitch muggle 3D humans, we are more than that. We are now breaking that habit of the conditioning. But we don't look at habits as difficult to change. We do not look at habits that way. And if you do look at habits that way, this is where you're deciding to be a new self, that you are the version of yourself that finds it easy to break habits. We are not afraid of the word habit over here. Okay? Thank you, Hawkeyes. Please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. It gets my shit out there. Thank you. We want to decide that it's easy for us to break habits. It's easy for us to step into new self. So, Chloe, that's where your focus is going to be. That you're just returning to the version of yourself that doesn't have a priority issue. You don't have a limited belief about being or knowing that you are more than enough for any desire, let alone your specific person. That's what you're going to do. Right? We're not going to look at the 3D and anymore and see it as, wow, he's still not showing up for me. He's still not making me a priority. Nope. Nope. We're not going to interpret our 3D that way. We're not going to interpret the 3D that way anymore, because that wouldn't indicate we are old self. We are not old self. We are standing with brazen impotence. We're standing with our conviction that we are new self, period. Got it? So Chloe, that's what you're going to do. You're going to return to new self, and you're going to know that when SP is saying, hey, I'm going away for these 3 weeks for vacation, and I'll try to make time to see you before I leave. Those are all logical, literal 3D conditions or a 3D circumstance. And you and I and every other person who is in the awareness of who we really are not bound by circumstances or conditions. We don't have to look at them as obstacles to our desires. We think differently over here. We know who we really are. So there are no obstacles. And I'm going away for 3 weeks and I'll try to see you. I'm going to go see a friend first. All of that is stupid circumstances that are going to fall away as you keep returning to your new self. So this 3D out here is not unchanging. It's not permanent, and it will continue to shift, morph, change as you do. Every single time, no exceptions. Okay? For reals. So return to your decision, Chloe. Return. Okay? And I see there's lots of buzz about repeat questions. Okay, yeah, it's because it friggin' blows up the chat. It's annoying. And it certainly doesn't get the question answered any quicker. At all. So please, my moderators, they're doing their best. And they're helping me out of their own free time. So let's not bog them down with repeats. Okay? But I get it. I know. We want our questions answered. I know. I totally understand. But please, it gives them extra work. And we don't want to do that. Tina Russo, I love you too. So no worries. Okay? Just no more. Let's see. Okay, that was Chloe. Like I said, I'm grabbing. Oh. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Blue Quill or Blue QXILL. I do see your super chat for $4.99. The message was retracted, but that super chat did go through. So that is something you will have to contact YouTube for. And it says celebrate the first super chat from Blue Quill, whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So yeah, I do see it now. So it did go through. Okay. Keisha G, member for 10 months. Reminder, I'm grabbing the member super chats first so I don't lose them. The ones I'm seeing anyway. Keisha G, thank you very much. Member for 10 months. Hey, Lil Sis, worst week ever. Good girlfriend in ICU. Oh, dear. Mom missing for 1.5 hours. Oh, my God. Lost job. And Boo Thang said something shitty. On a positive note, I listened to your rampage this AM and felt the shift. Need judging, tired of the hot and cold cycle. I will keep my shit. Okay, Keisha. First of all, I can't even imagine your friends in ICU, but you know what we can do about that. We can start focusing on your friend being fine, healthy, healed, and out of there. Poop agrees. And I imagine the panic of your mom being missing. I cannot imagine that myself. I am very happy to hear that. Obviously, if she was missing for 1.5 hours, that must mean that she was found. Thank God for that. Yeah, it sounds like you had a freaking shitty week. You had a shitty week. And guess what? If you responded to this shitty week like a human, so what? So what? You know as well as I do that is not setting you back. That's not keeping you from your manifestations. It was nothing but a shitty week. Period. Number one, we're going to decide that your girlfriend is perfectly healthy and back home, loving life again. We're going to decide that your mom is always safe and secure at all times. No more. You go back. Stick with those toys, please. Poop is over here and trying to get into the box. So we're going to, your mom's always safe and secure. And obviously we want to, I think I said, and healthy too, right? Now, as far as SP, I don't want you right now in this moment to identify you being in a hot and cold cycle. Even though I know you're only saying that to me so I can get the gist of what's going on in your 3D. But I'm saying for you, when we're not in the midst of this live stream, you're not on a hot and cold cycle. That's not happening for you because you are consistently choosing to be your new self. And so if you are consistent, 3D will have to be consistent. Doesn't matter that it's not in this moment. It has to be, so it will be. And that's what we're going to perceive it as. Let's move this because Poop is wanting to get into it. Okay. All right. So we are not in a hot and cold cycle. We're going to say that's right. I rebuke the hot and cold cycle. Absolutely. And we rebuke it with our brazen impudence of who we are deciding we are. Sorry, that is Poop. Get. You can't be right there. Come on. Come up here and visit. Or go lay down. One or the other, my friend. Okay? You can't keep hitting the camera. Go on. So again, it's standing in the brazen impudence of who we want to be, not what the 3D is showing us in this moment. Okay? Just like I was saying earlier, and in my video yesterday, and in the other live stream, and to be honest, I say it all the time. We get in that habit of seeing circumstances and conditions and making our old conditioning decisions. We make old decisions. We perceive things as not worrying. Not working. Sorry. We perceive things as not worrying, as not working. Not working. SP showed up like shit. So what's wrong with me that SP showed up like shit? No, we are not going to think like that anymore. We are done with that. How can we be in the awareness or in the knowing of who we are? Okay? Meaning pure, unadulterated consciousness, whether you believe that's God, universe, higher power, source, energy, moonbeams, it doesn't matter to me. But how can we be in the awareness of that and in the next breath believe we have limitations and flaws? We don't. Everything is literally perfect, and we don't even have to be perfect. We don't have limits. We don't have flaws. So therefore, we can't be in a hot and cold cycle. So we're going to stop labeling things as hot and cold. We're going to stop labeling as SP showed up like shit. That doesn't mean we have to ignore our 3D. That doesn't mean we cannot ever emotionally react. That doesn't mean any of that. We can, at the end of the day, stand with brazen impudence in the who the hell we are. We can do that. And that's how we get the 3D to stabilize, to keep reflecting our new self. That's how we do it. So you're going to return to that, Keisha. You're going to return to that, and you're going to stand in that. So whatever SP said, if it hurt your feelings, okay? If it hurt your feelings, okay. Feelings are always valid. But now we're done with that. And we're forgiving it. We're letting it go, right? Because we're not talking about abusive things on this channel. We're not talking about abuse. Abuse, we don't have anything to do with. I'm saying basic bitch relationship shit. When SP says something we don't like, we don't want to hang on to it for very long because we're not trying to create a story from that circumstance, are we? Right? Because we are who we are. We are new self. Okay? So return to your decision, Keisha. This was nothing but a shitty week, and now it's over. It's over. It's done. We are not creating stories with it. All right? You can do this. Okay, Catherine, member for 4 months. Thank you very much. I got great movement and co-parent with my SP today. I'm triggered because he didn't keep his word about child care. I need encouragement, please. Okay. What was it that he had to keep his word on about child care? What was it? And are we deciding that that's the permanent decision? A permanent circumstance? Are we deciding that? Meaning the 3D SP may have disappointed you. Okay. He said he would take her every Monday and Tuesday, and clearly I'm going to assume okay, so that he didn't do that. He didn't take her like he promised. Okay. So he sucked. He sucked tits for the day. Okay. So let me say this. I don't want to just answer it because I do want people to see our interaction so they can relate it to themselves. Can I make the assumption that we probably thought that way about him in the past? Perhaps the old way we looked at specific person when you were old self. Did we look at him as someone that didn't keep his word on shit? That was famous for letting you down? Or disappointing you, or like not being helpful as a dad? Any chance you had any one of them type of beliefs about him from the past? This is your old self. I'm not referring to new self. So I'm assuming the answer is going to be yes. Yes, he was a terrible father in the old story and was a liar. Yes. I have spoken to Catherine through channel memberships, and I can hear her voice reading that comment to me. I could hear her voice. Oh, most definitely. Okay. So it's here. It showed up. He let you down, right? Feelings are valid. It's okay. But now, I love you, Catherine. Now we're going to step back. Now we're going to step back for a minute. And we're going to look at it as, okay, I can label this as, I don't fucking like this. I don't appreciate that he did this. But I do want change. I do want a new version of him. I do not want to be bothered with this lame ass version of him anymore. And it's okay that I'm acknowledging that. It's okay that I'm deciding, I don't like this. I don't appreciate this shit. I don't want this version of him. So, since I'm the one in charge of my reality, I'm going to choose differently. I'm perceiving it for what it is in the 3D today, but I'm returning to my decision that I'm only intermingling with the best version of him because he's reflecting the best version of me. And all versions of me are the best, just saying. But no, seriously. To me, I see it as, okay, there's validation of old self in the dead world. In the dead world, which your 3D is the dead world. It is nothing but manifestations of previous versions of self. Nothing more than that. Nothing to panic over. And it will flip around, right? It will come right back and validate your decision of new self. So return to it. But again, in this moment that you had, maybe the irritation with him, the disappointment, because it didn't show up the way we wanted in the 3D, your feelings are valid, okay? It's okay to acknowledge that it pissed you off. It would have pissed anybody off. But we're going to stand in our decision. We're going to return to the decision instead of sitting in this, sitting in the anger, sitting in the almost, we'll say resentment. Because if we've had the experience in the past of being let down by someone, when they show up again doing the same thing, it is annoying. But we don't want to label ourselves as, I still have that shitty belief. I still have that limited belief. That's why it's here. No, stop. That's old self. And that's old self thinking. Because we are pure, unadulterated consciousness. We are the I am. We are it. We are the I am having its own dream, its own experience. That's all this is. But we have the free will to experience our joys and choose our desires. And being let down by a specific person is no longer a desire. Now, I worded it that way for a reason. It's no longer your desire. And I'm sure Catherine's like, Biggs, it was never my desire. It was never my desire to be let down by my specific person. When we have spent time in a victim state, and every single one of us have spent time in a victim state, every one of you has, including myself, most of us start this journey. 99.9999999% of you start in that journey at the victim state. We all do. When we are in a victim state, even though I know logically this doesn't sound like it makes sense, but when we're in a victim state, because of who we are identifying ourselves as, and we're going to say, feeling not good enough, believing that we are not enough, or that we are not a priority to our specific person, because we are identifying as that version of ourselves. This is not what Catherine's doing anymore, just saying. But because of that, we do want them to show up and disappoint us. Logically, I know that sounds like that makes no sense, Kim. And I know probably everybody watching is saying, Kim, I never sat there and deliberately wanted that person to let me down. No. But your belief in not being good enough is the same thing as asking for disappointments. It's the same thing as saying, yes, my manifestation is to be let down by the person I love. Yes, that's who I'm being. That's what I want. It is the same exact thing. So old Catherine wanted to be let down. Old Catherine wanted SP to show up and suck. New Catherine doesn't. New Catherine is seeing that today as literally nothing but dead world, old manifestations, nothing to worry about. I'm returning to new self. Period. Even if I'm still angry at him, I'm returning to new self. Yes, it was safe in the old story. Exactly. And that best comment back ever, Catherine. Do y'all hear that? Because I've said this before. That is the deceiving power of our victim states, is that they feel safe. They feel secure. Because in our twisted little thinking, we think it's better to expect the worst out of people. It's better to prepare for the broken heart instead of being blindsided, right? That's how I used to think. So I would enter all my new relationships with the plan of how I'm going to protect my heart and not allow this person in at all. Not allow them in. Trying my best not to let them in my heart, even though I knew they were slipping into my heart. But my plan was always, I have to protect myself. I have to protect myself from being blindsided with a broken heart. So I'm going to be a douchebag and expect the worst at all times. So that way I can't be disappointed. I'm going to prepare for you to always let me down. That's victim state. And it is so deceiving. Victim state is the devil. That is hell. That is victim state. So we are perceiving it. Nothing but the old dead world. Return to new self. Despite how you feel, despite what you're seeing in the 3D, as Neville said over and over, deny your senses, choose new self, or embody new state. Choose. Choose, choose, choose. Return. Oh my God, Siri. Stop. All right, anyway. Yes, victim state keeps you in the rabbit hole. Victim state keeps you in an endless cycle. Endless. And looking at the 3D and identifying it as it hasn't changed. Nothing has worked. What if I never get my manifestation? I am afraid I'm never going to get my manifestation. I am afraid that this person will never change. I am expecting that this person will never change. That is all coming from a victim state.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh my God, are you serious? Anyway, so this was actually, I'm sure, Catherine, this little exchange, I bet you helped a lot of people, because I think a lot of people don't always see the 3D for what it is. It's changing because I got movement just a few days ago, so I will hold on to that feeling. Exactly. I swear Siri is like the little negative voice, and Kim keeps telling it to stop. I know. It's annoying. But, yeah, Catherine, return. Your SP's changing. Your SP has no choice to change. Your 3D has no choice but to change. It has to validate who you are being. And if you are, with repetition or dominantly, returning to new self, that has to be shown to you in the 3D. Don't fear your 3D. Don't fear your thoughts. I know that's easy and flippant for me to word it that way. Your thoughts are just thoughts. Your thoughts are just thoughts. And I get asked all the time to how to stop the intrusive thoughts, how to stop the scary, doubtful, negative, fearful thoughts that keep coming at us. It is your fear of those thoughts that keep them coming. It's because you're choosing in that moment, as shitty as it sounds, you're choosing in that moment to be the version of yourself afraid of your thoughts. No. Oh my God, she almost took everything down. Do you want a treat? I forgot Summer gave her treats. That's what she is bugging for. I apologize, Poop, for the inconvenience here. One moment. Okay, here you go. Ooh, look at that. Good girl. Okay. She is so smart. My dog is so smart. I'm just saying. Okay. I refuse to let fear in. I was just annoyed, as you said. Exactly. And that is okay. It is okay that you got annoyed. 100% okay. Now we're back to returning, right? We're back to returning. All right, let's see. Passionately Taylor Marie, member for 5 months. Thank you very much. Hey, Kim, I'd love a coaching call with you just to talk and have some encouragement. I'm doing great, though, and shifting so much. Love you lots. Oh, Taylor, I love you, too. Yes, of course. I would love to have a chit chat with you. If you've already sent me something, I'm trying to think, because I want you to stand out to me. If you've already reached out to me and you haven't heard from me, which would make sense if you haven't, right? I got a little wait line. Send me something today, but put Passionately Taylor Marie in the subject line for me so it'll stick out. Okay? I would love that. All right. So, hold on. All right. As far as on my end, okay, I'm just double checking. On my end, that's it for the channel member super chats on my end. So, just knowing how YouTube lives usually go, I'm sure there are other ones that I've lost. That's me negatively responding. Let me go back to the super chats that I skipped over to grab the member chats as quickly as I could. Okay. Wishy3, thank you very much. Hello, Kimmy. How are you? Beautiful as always, I see. I want to say thank you for everything. Wishy3, thank you so much. That was very nice. You didn't have to buy a super chat for that. Thank you very much. That was very nice of you. Wishy, you're always good to me too. Thank you so much. Master Moneyfester, thank you very much. How to overcome fear of abandonment for good. Returning to new self. Returning to the decision to be your new self. New self being the version of you that doesn't fear abandonment, because that version of yourself has never been abandoned. That version of yourself does not fear anything related to limiting beliefs, because that version of you knows that you are limitless and flawless, truly, at your core. That is who you really are. Flawless, limitless consciousness. Period. That's how. But in this moment, I'm sure you're like, really? That's the answer? But yes, that's the answer. And let me just say something. Your thoughts have no power until you decide they do. Most of us have been unconsciously manifesting our entire life. Not most, all of us. Unaware that the identity that we've been jiving with most of our life has come purely from conditioning. So when you wake up, and I'm calling it, all of us are awake, and realize that who you really are is limitless, flawless consciousness, you will come to see the thoughts are just thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts. And they come at their own volition, right? We think that we're thinking thoughts. And yes, we're thinking, but I'm saying those thoughts just come up. They just come up. And unless you are sitting there deliberately affirming, thoughts just come at you. And you don't control them coming at you. They just come at you, right? They're just thoughts. They are just little vehicles to different realities where different versions of you are intermingling. That's what thoughts are. Nothing more than that. So yes, I'm in the awareness of negative, fearful, opposing thoughts aren't always comfortable. But it's because of the fear of the thoughts themselves or the fear of that scary thought coming true. But if you're over here deciding to be your new self and standing in brazen impudence that that's who you are despite your thoughts, there's nothing to be afraid of. Because there are no true obstacles to your manifestations. It is a perception. It is a fearful thought to think that obstacles can exist. They cannot, because consciousness, or God, universe, has no flaws, and God has no limits. There can be no obstacle to God or universe or whatever you want to call it. There are no limits. And if you are made from that very same consciousness, then you cannot have limits or flaws either. So truthfully, none of us have any business being afraid of thoughts. It is because of your human 3D conditioning that you fear your thoughts. It is because of this very community. Some of you are afraid of your thoughts because you hear limited human 3D information from very people who portray themselves as gurus and coaches. Some of them have you in fear of your thoughts. And I am telling you, you have no reason to be afraid. Choose differently. Choose differently. Decide you are new self. It is life-changing and it will work. Return to it despite the thoughts. You are pure, unadulterated consciousness. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your feelings. They are nothing but more layers upon layers of conditioning. Your ego, your subconscious mind, is a layer to keep you in the matrix, in the false belief that the 3D world is the true reality. You are pure, unadulterated consciousness. And to some of you, that might sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and hard to believe. And I get that. I felt the same way. It sounded too cuckoo for me. It's not. And the more you step into that and lean into that, you're going to see that you are not limited and bound by really anything, especially fearful negative thoughts. They do not have power until you identify as a version of yourself that is in fear of your thoughts. You are so powerful that you can just decide you are a completely different version of yourself. You literally are made from the I am. You are the same substance as I am. And that substance is consciousness. I've said this before, close your eyes. Close your eyes. What do you see? Some of you might see pictures. Some of you might see just like sparkles of light, which is what I occasionally see. And some of you see just darkness. But who is the you interpreting what you're seeing? Who is the you that is seeing? It is consciousness. Drop this meat suit. You are still you in consciousness. You don't dissolve. You don't die. But the ever-changing 3D world does. It moves constantly. It changes constantly. Nothing is cemented. Nothing. So you want to get out of the habit of fighting off thoughts. You want to decide that you don't have to be afraid of them anymore. And listen, I am in the awareness of knowing that not everyone teaches from this aspect of consciousness. And I'm telling you, that's for no other reason than they're just not there yet. They haven't lit up that side of consciousness yet, but they will, I believe, at some point. When you begin to drop the layers of false belief, your world is going to very quickly change, and you're not gonna be concerned with thoughts. You're gonna see them as nothing more than vehicles to different parts of consciousness or other realities or other versions of self, however you want to word it. So you have no fear. You are now the version of you that doesn't fear abandonment because you've never explained or experienced abandonment. There are infinite versions of you, and there is a version of you that has never had their heart broke. They've never been abandoned. They don't have to fear abandonment. That version of you exists because creation is finished thanks to the I am. And guess what? You're the I am too. So thanks to all of us, creation is finished. So that version of you exists. So tell yourself that's who you are now. I realize how simplistic this sounds. And for most peeps, I think the next thought is, well, if it was really that easy, why doesn't everybody do that? Everybody is doing it, but they're doing it from different aspects of consciousness. They're doing it from different versions of themselves. Most people are choosing to see this as too good to be true. So that will be their reality. This will appear as too good to be true. Some of us are seeing this as manifestation doesn't work. It's fake. It's bullshit. And that will be true for them. And that is exactly what they will experience in their 3D. But do you see how it's still working for them? So you don't have to fear anything. Certainly not a thought. Choose. You came here to experience joy. So choose. That's who you are. The version of you who is living joy in every area of your life. That's how you overcome abandonment. Okay? ENZ, thank you very much. Hey, feeling angry, seeing nothing in 3D with SP. We only dated briefly, and I have been primarily in the state, but spiraled 2 days ago. Need a push. Okay, you spiraled 2 days ago. So what? So what? You spiraled 2 days ago. Are you sitting there thinking, oh no, my spiral is going to derail my manifestations? No, not possible. Okay. So you're frustrated today because you're not seeing change in the 3D, or you're not experiencing movement with specific person. So in this moment, who are you? Who are you identifying as? Because listen, I want to say this, and then I'll read what you just wrote. No, but the change of the month got me in a frenzy about another season going. Okay, I get it. So let me just say this. I can't come up with a nicer way of saying that if you are looking at the 3D and saying, nothing's happening, nothing's happened yet. SP hasn't changed. SP isn't showing up. I'm in fear of another season going by and I don't have my SP. If you are perceiving from that perspective, there's no other nice way of saying that is who you are being in this moment. And I know that answer is fucking annoying because it used to annoy me too. Okay? So I know that's an annoying No, you're going to knock this over. I know that's an annoying answer. But it is what it is as far as if you're interpreting the 3D as it's not working. I'm still not with the person I want to be. My life still isn't what I want it to be. Okay. That's who we are. That's what we're choosing in that moment. And it's because we're looking at the 3D and we are interpreting it logically and literally. We are looking at the 3D and logically declaring, they're not here yet. They have not shown up wanting to be back with me. Thank you very much, Kim. Manifestation has not worked. It's not working. It's freaking crickets out here. Right? I know. I was just like that. I felt the same way. It was so annoying. And then I would think to myself, oh my God, stop being a douche. I'm just trying to explain. I'm just trying to explain myself on how I'm feeling right now. You're being literal and logical right now, Kim. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just trying to ask a question. That's it. I know. But who are we identifying as? Who are we identifying as? That matters. Who we decide we are matters. So no, do not declare this 3D as nothing's happening. Actually, you are watching the unfolding of your own manifestation because you are that version of yourself that is absolutely experiencing your manifestation. It's not about lying to yourself and saying, yeah, I'm with SP. Yeah, I'm in a relationship with my SP. You don't have to lie to yourself and declare that the manifestation is sitting right in front of you. But you can declare that it's the unfolding of it. That somehow, some way, these damn crickets are leading me to my full manifestation because that's who I am now. And if I am deciding to be this version of myself, then I know I have to experience what I want out here. Period. Do you see what I'm saying? So as far as the spiral 2 days ago, throw that out the window. This does not matter. See, that comes from the fear of you cannot emotionally react in your 3D or you're going to lose your manifestation. Or you can't react, respond. You can't contact SP. You can't do this. Or you're going to ruin your manifestation. You haven't changed yet. You're still doing everything wrong. No, that's poppycock. You are having a human experience. So that includes being a human. And when we react, or respond. It's called, we're having a muggle moment. That's it. Muggle moment. That's what we call humans who don't know about manifestation. We call them muggles. Muggle moment. Who cares? Thank you, LJ. We make the rules of manifestation for ourselves, right? We do. Not other people. We do. I was full-blown muggle for a second. Every one of us has been a full-blown muggle at some point along this manifestation journey. Listen, I was the muggle queen. Okay? The muggle queen. So what? Throw it out the window. Okay? Return to your decision. Period. Okay? And listen, when we are starting to look at linear time out in the 3D, like dreading, oh my God, here we go, another fall, another Halloween time, because fall equals Halloween for me, another Halloween season, and nothing. I'm going to be alone again. Hello, bracing for impact. Hello, already preparing for failure. We do not do that. We do not do that. Okay? We do not do that. We return to our decision. We return to our decision to be to be new self. That's what we do. We do not brace and prepare ourselves for manifestation failure. And listen, I'm going to keep it real for a moment. This preparing for failure, let's prepare ourselves for to spend another Christmas alone because, nothing's happened in my 3D. It's September 4th and nothing's happened. So now I'm afraid that SP isn't going to manifest for Christmas. I'm going to have another whole holiday season all by myself. Since when are we bound by linear time? Since when does our manifestations, since when are our manifestations bound by linear time? That's muggle thinking. It's muggle thinking. And if you're doing that, stop it. Stop it. Stop bracing for impact. How do you stop? You put the focus on being the version of you that doesn't brace for impact. Then state right next door. And when you get to the state next door, your perception's going to change. You're going to start thinking differently. And then you can continue on deciding who the hell you want to be. But we cut that habit of bracing for impact out now. We are not bound by space or time. Anything can change. Anything can change in an instant. When we feel like we are waiting for our manifestation to come, you are choosing to be that version of yourself. Period. You're choosing that. Even though it doesn't feel like it. And even though I know, because I felt this way too, that you're thinking, I can't help it. That's how I feel right now. I don't see anything in the 3D that's telling me that I can have my manifestation. I don't see any movement in my 3D that tells me it's safe for me to trust that manifestation is mine. I'm not hearing anything from SP right now, so I don't feel safe to believe or to trust that I'm actually going to be back with that person again. And that is what? Not only is that a shitty version of ourselves, we are preparing for failure. We are preparing for it not to work. And we are heavily relying on 3D validation, which is never, ever going to work. If you're doing it in this moment, I understand. Okay, I was there too. Okay. But that is why you're not seeing things in the 3D. It's because you keep attached to it. You're attached to it. This is why I say work on detachment. Practice the art of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you can't think of your manifestation. Detachment means I don't need anything out here to tell me differently. I'm choosing because I am the I am. I'm choosing to be the me that's going to have that manifestation because I know there are no limits to the I am. And if I'm made from the exact I am, then I don't have them either. And I can have what I want. And I don't need the 3D to tell me who I am. If you're waiting on the 3D to tell you who you are doing this ass backwards. And I bet you it's not very much fun. Just saying. Okay? Okay. Shay and Nicole, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Thank you for extremely spoiling us this weekend with your beautiful presence. Oh my God, thank you so much. Love you. Love you too. Also feeling so much better thanks to your help. Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad. I'm very glad to hear that. I knew you would feel better soon. I knew it. Listen, everybody needs a zhuzh. That is my belief, right? We're having a human experience. We have moments, and that is okay. That is okay. And guess what? You had that moment, and you're still going to get your manifestation. It's still going to happen. You're still watching the unfolding of your manifestation right now. You're still watching it. It's still yours. You're in the right reality. You are the right version of self because you say so. And that's all you need to do is say so. So well done. Well done. And thank you so much. You didn't have to buy a super chat to tell me that. That was so nice. Okay. Oh my God, I'm hot. I mean, literally. Okay. Lexi B, thank you very much. I messed up, got drunk, and cried in front of SP. Really? Really? Can I just say, I'm so glad there wasn't anything recording me in my 20s. Wait, you mean that's messing up? That's considered messing up? Then I must have messed up a lot in my early days. All right, anyway. So I messed up, I got drunk and cried in front of SP, saw her flirting with 3P. She told me she doesn't have romantic feelings for me. I know it's temporary, but still hurts. All right, Lexi B, listen. The Moon Empress, yeah. Oh, God. Listen, I'm not laughing at you, Lexi. I'm laughing because you're calling that I messed up. I swear that was like a regular part of my existence in my 20s. Getting drunk and crying. Why don't you love me? I don't feel like that anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But Lexi, seriously, not a big deal. Number one, anytime we do anything that we don't like in our 3D, we can revise. It can become a non-issue. Friggin' revise it. No biggie. Okay? And as far as what your SP said to you, what was your SP reflecting in that moment? Let's put this into perspective. You were drunk. You were drunk. You were crying. Those tears weren't just for the hell of it. You were crying because you probably didn't feel chosen, which is what? Connected to not feeling good enough. So we didn't feel chosen. We definitely didn't feel like no damn priority. We didn't feel good enough. And we were hot ass drunk, crying, letting it all out. And your SP reflected who you were being perfectly. So you discovered, hopefully, that you're a damn master manifester. You are a damn master manifester because that reflected beautifully. So we don't care what SP said. You don't have to give a shit. That doesn't mean anything. That was a reflection of who you were. Now, Lexi, you're going to return to the version of yourself that is in the most amazing relationship with your specific person. Okay? And she is going to have romantic feelings. So we don't care that she declared differently. That was a shit version of her, reflecting a hot mess express version of you in that moment. That is all that was. Seriously, revise it. Because if you're anything like me, you were probably thinking about this since the moment you were sober. You were thinking about, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. That's what I used to do. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. That was like every weekend of my 20s. So throw it out the window or revise it entirely, okay? Revise it. No biggie. It never happened. But it really doesn't matter. You really don't even need to revise it. Only if it's making you uncomfortable. Let it go. Return to the version of you that's having exactly what she wants, and your girl will show up with a different attitude. Okay? But do you see how not feeling good enough, not knowing that you are more than enough, can create a 3P? Can have a 3P pop up? Don't fear that. I'm trying to just point that out. You see that? That's the only reason why 3P is there. That's why you're deciding to be the you that is more than enough. More than enough. Okay? Okay. Ruby B, thank you very much. Hubby said he feels anxious when we talk about seeing each other, and he's not the same since we broke up. Could that still be the old story in my head? Or wait. Hubby said he feels anxious when we talk about seeing each other, and he's not the same since we broke up. Could that still be the old story in my head? Well, he feels anxious when we talk about seeing each other. And he's not the same since we broke up. Is it hubby is verbalizing that he's not the same since we broke up? Or is that you declaring he's not the same since we broke up? Who's saying that? And could it still be the old story? Sure. Of course it could. Ask yourself in this moment, why are you and hubby not back together? What's the reason? And by what's the reason, I mean, what is your, and he said he's not the same since we broke up. All right, so he said it. So if you ask yourself, why are hubby and I not back together? What does your mind give you for an answer? Or why in your heart do you believe that you two are not back together? He said that to me, that something broke inside of him. That he feels like he's got something broke inside of him. Well, we know he's only ever reflecting. And that doesn't mean that you think something's broken inside of him and he's reflecting that. That's not what I mean. He's reflecting what sounds like to me, like, I'm not ready to get back together with you, Ruby. I'm not ready. I'm not choosing you, Ruby. But it's me. It's not you, it's me, Ruby. But I'm not coming back and choosing you. Because I still feel he doesn't have feelings for me or there's someone new. There you go. It's you. I don't believe that he loves me. I don't believe hubby actually loves me. I don't believe he's choosing me. I don't believe he wants me. I don't believe that I'm enough for him. So he's reflecting that. And because you think in this moment those specific reasons, that's telling me in this moment that's who you're choosing to be. Now, that I don't want you to think to yourself, well, what the frig, man? I've been working on being new self. And this belief, I'm still thinking this. So the belief hasn't changed? No, I think the belief probably has changed, just not at the potency that when you started this journey. So return to your decision to be the you that knows she's more than enough for hubby. And of course, hubby wants the relationship again. Of course, hubby does. Deny your senses of the 3D or from the 3D. Deny it. Do you see what I'm saying? Return to your decision. Don't put an overemphasis on focusing on, do I still have that limited belief? Oh my God, do I still have that belief? Is that belief still at play? Is that belief playing out in my 3D right now? Oh my God, when is this going to change? Am I failing at this? Am I no good at manifesting my SP? None of that. Fuck all that. Return to your decision, who you want to be, which is the version of you who's back together with hubby, I'm assuming, and the version of you that doesn't have a limiting belief around love, relationship, or your specific person. And this belief, I don't get triggered as much. I actually told him I missed him, and I didn't feel desperate this time, but I do see that I see him as his old self that hurt me. Okay, good on you for authentically owning that. Good girl. So we are going to choose to be the version of ourselves that can let things go, that can let the past go, that can believe that SP can change, that SP can become the version of himself that is fully in love with you and loyal to you. So put the focus on being the you that can let things go. Because if we hang on, and listen, that's not me saying, your feelings don't matter. That's not what I mean. Your feelings were hurt and feelings are always valid. I'm saying in order to get things to be different in 3D, we got to work on forgiveness so we can let it go. And I think that maybe if you looked at it from the perspective of, I'm not blaming and shaming myself, but I can acknowledge and accept that it is who I believe I am, or my identity, that is being reflected back to me. So all my beliefs and assumptions are being reflected back to me. So when SP hurt me, he was reflecting the version of me who had limited beliefs about yourself. So we can look at letting it go so he can show up reflecting the new version of you. Okay? That's what I would do. Return to self. And on that note, your girl's got to go. I do have to go. I think I say it in every live stream. If you bought a super chat, don't panic. I will answer your super chat in a video. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Again, Summer, thank you very much for spoiling this shit out of me and Poop. And I love everyone. I appreciate everyone. I'm hoping you're having a fabulous Labor Day if you are in the country that celebrates Labor Day. I don't think every country does. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Does any other country celebrate Labor Day? Is that just the US? I don't know. What am I thinking? I don't know. I can't remember. I guess it's not that important if I can't remember in this moment, right? Thank you to all of you for being here. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Hope you're all having the day off, not having to work today. Okay? And guys, choose new self. Know who the hell you are. Know who the hell you are. You are not limited. You are not flawed beings. Okay? You're pure, unadulterated consciousness, or God, universe. You are that. You're not bound by limits. Make your decision. Stand in your decision. If you fall out, return. And you will have your manifestations. It's undeniable. Okay? All right. I love you all. I am sweating. I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow.